Hi there, everyone. This is Camille Harris, owner of Camille Ray Coaching. Today, we are going to be talking about going grocery shopping with your kids and how you can make that as stress-free as possible. Because sometimes you just got to take the kids with you to the grocery store. And I think we've all seen the kid at the store that's on the ground, throwing the tantrum, throwing the fit. I've definitely had my kids be one of those kids. Actually, worst case scenario was when my two older boys were like 2 and 3, and I had a grocery cart full of groceries, and they both just lost it, and I literally had to carry both of them out, one under each arm, and I had to leave the cart because I didn't have the patience anymore to continue with the grocery shopping and get checked out and that whole thing while I had two kids screaming. And I remember when I went to the grocery store, it was when it was nap time, and I remember thinking, like, we'll just do naps when I get back. This will make them good and tired. So that's lesson number one, especially if you have the littler ones, is don't go during a time when you know less chance of being successful. So if you have a kid that's on a routine of taking a nap every day at 2 o'clock, don't go at 1:30. And you know what I mean? Like, set yourself up for success for the time of day you're going to go. Also, another thing along those lines is where I live, the weekends at the grocery store are total chaos. And so if you have littles, trying to go grocery shopping on the weekday when there's less people instead of on the weekends when there's a ton of people. So that's one of the first things. The second thing is to really set very clear expectations before you go into the grocery store. So, you know, hey, Adam, we're going to the grocery store. These are the things I'm going to be looking for. We're getting stuff for breakfast, lunch, dinner. If you only have like a handful of items, tell them exactly what you're going to be getting. And make sure you're clear. These are the only things we're getting. We're getting groceries for food to feed our family. If you need to get a gift for the nephew or the niece, then explain that to them. You know, we're also going to be getting this thing that you can help pick out, but be really clear about what you're getting. And that can really help reduce the, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And even if they do ask that, you know, can I have this, can I have that? You can immediately default to, remember what I said, I've already told you what we're getting. We're sticking to that list. Because then that really reduces the number of commands you have to give the child. It reduces that power struggle. You've already answered their question. Just revert back to what you said and guess how important it is that you stick with it. So important. This can be really challenging when you get to like the example I gave of we're going to go pick out a toy for your nephew's birthday party this weekend and you're in the toy section instead of the grocery section. Hi, Erica. That can be tricky because all of a sudden they're seeing all these things that they really want. And but if you set that clear expectation ahead of time and stick with it, over time they're going to really learn, okay, mom really means that when this is what she says we're going to get, that's what we're going to get. And they'll ask less and less. Another thing that can be really helpful depending on the age of the child is to bring them a reward or offer a reward for the end. So for older kids, like 4.5, 5 and up, you can say to them, if you can be quiet and calm, stay close to the cart the whole time we're in the grocery store, what, you know, describe exactly what the expectation is. When we leave, you can pick out, you know, something at the checkout, a pack of gum or some kind of candy, whatever you want that reward to be. Maybe you have something already lined up in the car, but offering them a reward for the behavior that you are expecting of them. And then throughout the time you're at the store, continue to remind them, hey, Adam, remember what I said you have to do to get the reward. You should be quiet and calm and sit next to the cart. And so, again, the follow through is so important here. So if you say you're going to give them the reward for that behavior, you got to give them the reward. If you say they have to do those things to get the reward and then they don't do those things, they don't get the reward. Have to follow through. And then for the younger kids, like 12 months up until about 4.5, they're going to need some more immediate rewards. So bringing a pack of Skittles or some raisins or Tic Tacs or whatever you think would be a good, easy reward for your child. Have them in a little Ziploc bag in your purse. And then as you go, be offering them reward for being quiet, being calm, staying on their bottoms, not whining. So you can say, hey, Chloe, at the end of every aisle, if you can be quiet and calm, then I'll give you a Tic Tac. Again, that follow through is really, really important because it's harder for kids at that age to regulate themselves. And so, yeah, that's another thing you can try. And then bring some distractions, bring some things for them to do. So for the littler ones, like 12 months up to about 4 years old, the age of the kids that you don't want to get out of the cart, you want to keep them in the cart. I see some families giving their kids their phones to watch games or whatever. That's fine. You can also bring like books for them or a favorite stuffed animal, just something for them to play with and be engaged with while you're trying to do the grocery shopping. And then for the older kids, the ones that are old enough to be out of the cart, again, you're offering that reward at the end of this time. Into grocery shopping, this is the expectation, but find ways to engage them, find ways to get them to be involved in the grocery shopping so it's not as boring for them. So if you're picking out apples, hey, Adam, can you pick out 5 apples for me? Or, asking them, oh, do you remember where the milk is? We need milk. Help me find the milk aisle. And just finding, give them the list. If they're old enough to be reading, having them checking the things off the list. Just really find ways to engage them is going to make them feel like they're a part of what's going on. They're less bored. And you can also introduce some academic coaching into this, making it a learning experience. So, hey, who can find the green apple? Point to the green apple, or be labeling the different colors you're seeing in the produce section. Oh, that's a purple eggplant, and that's green lettuce, and that's a yellow bell pepper. And just being intentional about making it a learning experience so that they're engaged with you and learning something along the way. And just really offering praise when they're deserving it along the way. So, Adam, you are doing such a great job using walking feet. You are doing such a great job staying close to the cart. Chloe, you are doing such a good job of being quiet and using an inside voice in the grocery store. So just really be praising them along the way, especially if it's a child that struggles with doing the grocery store. My middle one is a very, very, very busy boy. He's 9 and he still requires very intentional praise all along the way to keep him on track for using walking feet in the store, for not running down the aisles. Like, that is still something that he struggles with. And so this is stuff, depending on your child, you can use across the age span. So I hope those things were helpful. And this is one of the topics that is covered in the toddler and preschool school age brain program, if that's something you're interested in. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And that's all I got. Thanks. Bye.